Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is Chris Time, and today we're going to be changing our taillights on the 10th gen Honda Civic. Let's go. So these are my current setups. I also have Ultimate Motorsports. I believe they're called V2. And they also have an animation whenever you unlock the car. So just in case you guys forgot, these are also sequential when I'm signaling left or right, or I have my hazards on. So these are really cool. I've had these on probably more than a year now. This car has been through rain, snow, all that stuff, all that elements. It's never given me any issues whatsoever. Ultimate Motorsports went ahead and sent me their newest taillights for the 10th gen Honda Civic hatches. And first, let's do an unboxing. Alright, so inside of the box we have the taillights itself. This is what it looks like. This looks amazing. Look at that. Holy shit. So basically it just goes on like that. We're just replacing the V2s with these RGB ones. Right, then we have these. So I believe this has an app that you can control using your phone. So that's going to be really exciting to use. What is this? Remote control installation and pairing. Oh, and then here you go. This is how you set it up. So these are the new taillights that we're going to be installing today. So it's a black housing and then these white strips. So these are RGB lights. So you can actually control this. It has a remote, and I believe you can control this on your phone as well. So if you have underglows like me, you could also use your underglows and these RGB lights so that it'll like match together. And of course we have our sequential turn signals. I really like the design of this. It's like a black and white design. We're gonna be installing this onto the car. So if you haven't taken off your taillights before, so there's two screws that you have to take off. So you can either use a Phillips head screwdriver or an 8mm, which I'm gonna be using. I think an 8mm is gonna be easier rather than a Phillips head screwdriver. Pop your taillight out by pushing that way. Normally on your stock taillights, you're not gonna have this wire. So I actually have aftermarket taillights already. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna be disconnecting this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remove this whole thing in order for me to get access to the other half of our taillights, which is that guy right there. So in order for us to take this off, you're gonna have to take 1, 2 off, and then so these little handles, you're gonna have to get some sort of prying tool and just pry them off. Then as for these two, grab one of these guys, or you can use a plastic one, whichever. Just pry them off. Next, there are two 10mm on each side. So it's just right underneath where we took off the handle cover. So you're gonna grab an extension or a long 10mm and just unbolt that. So what I basically did was I started off from over here, pulled it off, and then just go from there. So to get this off, there should be 3 bolts. They're all 8mm, so 1, 2, and there's another one in there, that one, 3. So I'm gonna do first since again I have aftermarket taillights already. Just gotta take off the tape. I might just reuse this for later. So you're gonna end up having an extra wire here. Like I said, you're not gonna do anything to this. So you can just set that off to the side. So now that you've got part of your turn signal off, or what used to be just a light here, we're gonna be installing the new one. So next step, to connect your taillights together. So these are already cut, and it should fit perfectly, so it won't leave you guessing which wire goes into what. So this goes in here. Smaller one goes, I have no idea. Looks like it goes here. Last one goes in like that. Okay. And then once you connect them all, you're gonna want to test out your tail light to see if it actually works. So one trick that I usually do is I just unlock the car. So we know that the turn signal works. So there you go. You know, hold this, babe. I just do its animation, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step on the brake. Is it working?
What's working?
Brake?
Yeah, there's 3, ano? Does that work?
Brake?
Yes, there's 3 red light.
Okay, cool.
6 red light.
Awesome. And then I'm gonna reverse. See if there's a reverse light. You know what a reverse light is, right?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah?
So now that we know that all the lights are working, so one side, I believe it's the driver's side tail light, has this really long wire. You're probably wondering where you connect this. So this, hold on, let me just untangle it. This brown wire, it's really small, actually connects to your right tail light on the passenger side. So this taillight on the passenger side has this random brown wire, and it turns out it just connects to the other side. Okay, so it connects like that. And then, like I said, you're just gonna run this underneath the weather strip so that you can hide the wire. Next, we're gonna grab this cable from our taillight, and then we're gonna be connecting it to that. So they're now connected. So this is a pretty long wire, and you're gonna have about 10 feet of excess wire remaining. So what you can do is you can just hide them in here. Just put all the wires in here. So now it looks like this, since I hid all the excess wires into one of these holes. Make sure you're not covering these holes so that when you put this plastic cover back on, it's not gonna hit these wires. So this right here is the finished product. And as you can see, I just used tape to hold the wires in place. Because like I said, it doesn't have to be the prettiest thing in the world. But yeah, I'm gonna be putting this plastic cover back on, and I'm gonna make sure that I put all the bolts in tightly on both sides, make sure everything is lined up, and we should be good to go. So this is what they look like. The fitment is on point. It's like pretty much like stock. So there's no gaps in between. Well, there's gaps, but like that's how it is. And so far I've been using this for about a week. It has rained and it's never fogged up, or like it's completely fine. This is the other side so that you guys can see. yeah, I mean, these are really nice taillights. I love the fact that you can connect this to your phone and like customize it to your liking, even though it's probably illegal to have non-red taillights, but it's nice to have, especially if you go to car shows, car meets. But yeah, I'm loving them so far. They look really nice on the car as well, and they're super easy to install. And for those of you who are wondering, this is what it looks like at night when reversing. So we're gonna go in the app, and then we're gonna connect to the device. I'll screen record this anyway. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna be changing color. So if you choose purple, blue, light blue, green, yellow, white, and then you can cycle through these colors. There's even a color slider. So you can choose whatever color you want. And then you can also choose the brightness. So you can adjust the brightness of your tail lights if you want to turn it off, turn it on, make it dimmer. And then you can change it. There's a bunch of settings. It goes from setting number 20 to like 1 to 20. And it's really cool. They all have their own little animation. So if you don't want the rainbow one, you could always put this on. And this is really cool, especially if you're going on car meets. Let me turn my underglows on, see if that works. There you go. See, now the underglows are on, so I can literally match this with my underglows. My underglows right now are blue, so I can make the taillights blue as well, and I can dim them to match the underglow. Oh, the bottom, I think, is the speed. Thing is toggle it all the way to the right to make it flash real fast. That's so cool. And then if you want to slow it down, just slide it all the way to the left and it'll slow down. So the only thing I don't like about these taillights is that this remote takes what was it called? CR30 or CR2032 batteries, which I had to go to my Walgreens and find this. And the screws that are, come on, focus camera. Screws on the remote were these tiny, tiny Phillips head screws. So you have to find a really small Phillips head in order for you to take these off. And there's 3 of them, which I don't know why, but yeah, 3 of them. And then the CR2032 battery. All right, let's see what this remote does. It's not doing anything. Let me see. What if I turn it on? So apparently I have to program this. So I have to get in the car, basically step on the brake for 10 seconds, press and hold the button on the front of the controller, and brake for 10 seconds to complete the pairing. All right, we're doing this again. I press the button, right? Let me see. Nope, same thing. What? All right, let's try it with the car on then. Alright, car's turned on. Press this for 10 seconds. Brakes, I'm pressing on the brake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was 10 seconds. Okay, let's see. Now, is this programmed? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it looks like I have to do this every time. Interesting. I don't know, guys. If you guys have the same taillights as me, do you have to press the button every time? Or, yeah, see, I just pressed it. Or, you know, is there something that I'm doing wrong? Because in order for me to stop this, I just have to press it. But it's not being like that. Look, see? Yeah, see? Huh. Yeah, I just have to keep on pressing this. Which is, like, why even bother having a remote if you still have to press it each time you know, it starts up. Okay, then. So, I guess the things that I dislike about this, these taillights is this remote. Not only does it use dinosaur batteries, but you have to get in, you have to unscrew 3 Phillips head screws, which are very tiny. And each time you start up the car, you just have to press this button to turn off the animation, which makes it pointless. But I mean, aside from that, these taillights are really, really cool. I really enjoy these taillights, and I love these taillights. So I do recommend these taillights because of the customizability that you can do with these taillights. So really cool taillights, and I love the startup sequence. Rainbow, rainbow. It sucks that you can't really customize the sequence because on the app you have all sorts of modes. I kind of wish that you can set the mode to like a default animation whenever you start up the car. But you know, this rainbow sequence is completely fine. I'm happy with it. I still think that these taillights are definitely worth getting. So if you're interested in this product, I will be linking it down below. Huge thanks to Ultimate Motorsports for providing me a sample of their product. And if you do like this video, be sure to hit that like button and comment down below what you guys think of this video. I do now make 11th gen Honda Civic content. And of course, I make 10th gen Honda Civic content as well on the channel. So if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I do post every week, sometimes twice a week if I do have something edited that week. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. This is Chris Time, and peace out.